Right, if you'd like to sit down,
Very teacher.
we'll begin. Okay. Welcome, friends, family, Greeks, and strangers we don't actually know, and especially those who've travelled from a long way. Obviously, Chris from America, Will from China, Henry and Dan from Yorkshire, Chris and John from London, and yes, the rest of you from the Royal Oak or thereabouts from sunny Higher Kinnism. Not forgetting, of course, the new Mr. and Mrs. Hobbs. Well, it's finally happened. They're married. Only just 10 years after being together. Yes, and oh, by the way, we're very lucky they're here today. 3 weeks ago, they didn't have the flights booked. And of course, on the Monday they were due to go, or take off, we found out they'd gone. So it actually went on the Tuesday. But they're here now. And that's because they didn't book the tickets. Lastminute.com. Right. As I said before, they've been together for 10 years. We've only really known Adam for 5 of those years. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, half the time, there you go. But within that short time, we have taken to him. Mainly because he's taken our beautiful, innocent, timid, quiet girl.
Who's that?
Bethan Mavanwi. The Ganway, yes. Changed her name to Beth and allowed her to be, grow and develop into such a happy, well-rounded individual. While still being a sporty TRX mud runner, worldwide traveller, dog-loving, successful businesswoman, and not forgetting the Greek goddess that we all know and love today. Cheers and well done, Adam. Now to Bethan. Well done. Finally you sorted him out. A great job you, and what a catch you are. The crease is in the way. It's hard to believe the woman who sits here now, woman, girl, daughter, used to cry when she was taken to a foreign restaurant and didn't like going further than the end of Cannon Way. Bethan, you have stunned us in the past few years by what you have achieved, but more importantly by how very proud you make us feel by staying such a sweet, loving and caring person. Cheers, Bethan. And to end it, without getting too soppy, because I know Keegan's quite keen, I would just like to say that we are looking forward to being part of your next great ventures. Whether it be in your business empire, supporting you as a yummy mummy, or just working on being the happy Mrs. Hobbs. To Bethan and Addy and the new Mrs. and Mrs. Hobbs. And now I think Adam's got a few words.
But we're quite overwhelmed with the amount of people that turned up for this. So we planned for about 15, maybe 20. So when 50 rocked up, we were quite impressed. And it took us back a little bit, so thanks very much. So it wouldn't have been the same if you'd come. But obviously, we haven't done it alone. So Jenny looked amazing today, of course. And of course, May's been a big help, and obviously the Hindu Sandal. So it went down well, and you know we've done a lot of work for this, so fantastic. I know Beth will appreciate of it. Because years ago, when Beth kept trying to bring up the subject of marriage, talking years ago, she said, I only want one bridesmaid and it'll be you. Which Emily's going to Keegan. Which every time I look at, I feel more and more guilty for asking you. But no, but he's been amazing, he's done really well. Everything's gone perfectly for you. Everyone enjoyed the stag do's and that. You're doing well, you shouldn't be worrying, mate. That's great. That's good. And of course, Steve and Tony, who are both fantastic. And as soon as I met them, they took me in and made me feel very welcome, which can't have been easy when Beth brought home some semi-literate, half-employed, dubious trade who spent all the time on holiday. But even then, they took me in and they've been, I never felt more welcome. I think it was with Henry as well. It's been fantastic. And of course, my mum and dad, good job. Well, testament to them is obviously those kids. Four completely different kids in completely different scenarios, different parts of the world, all doing fine, all doing really well, all happy. So you've done good well. Mum was always the hands-on. If we ever need some morals or some teaching or some learning, Mum was there to sit us down, talk us through it, or swift kick in the arse. I was generally the swift kick in the arse, that's correct. And Dad was the other way. Dad was led by example. He's always the grafter.
Lots of good to say.
No, whatever happened, Dad was always working hard and working next job, always looking for something better. So subliminally it kind of sunk in because he's the only person I know who's actually had more jobs than I have. And we've actually turned up working on the same job now anyway. So yes, it's a nice combination. Good work. But that obviously leads me on to the reason why we're actually all here. Fantastic Beth. You looked amazing today, I think we'll all agree. Fairly early on when I met Beth that she was pretty special. I wanted to spend much more time with her. That didn't take long, did it?
We have 5 minutes.
Can't throw a towel in yet. No, she's a fantastic person who's got just an awesome character. This could be a while. She's not used to this at all. No, there's always... like early on when we started going out with each other, she rescued a baby from drowning, which was quite impressive in its own. So I thought, yeah, this girl's got something. Then ever since then, it's just been another thing and another thing. She's constantly impressing me. Even if it's, starting her own salon and just absolutely nailing that and working like you wouldn't believe to make that work. And that's all impressive. All down to small things like when we're skiing on holiday and I literally smashed into the next postcode on the slope. And in the back there. Yeah, and she still just picked herself up and just carried on skiing. And most people, literally me, I was in trouble, but she just cracked on. So whatever situation we end up in, she's just fine, she carries on, she's just awesome. So I'm just a bit she finally said yes. The 10-year thing is a bit of a stretch. This should have happened about 8 years ago. But what really happened was, I thought we'll go for our pull the trigger. She's, I'm fairly certain now. So I thought I'll do something special. I'll make a ring for her. I'll design it and make a ring. Everything will be great. Turns out I can't draw. So I'd sketched this thing. I had it in my mind perfectly. An ocean-inspired ring. Blah blah blah. I can't draw. So it took months of me emailing this poor designer who sent me back what she thought I'd drawn. So I scribbled that out and sent it back and back. And eventually we got the ring designed. Fantastic. I'll start booking the holiday. Because beaches are very important to us. Spend a lot of time on them. So I thought I want to propose on the beach, get married on the beach. That was always the big theme. Anyway, it turns out I don't know what metals to use. I don't know what cut of diamonds to use. I don't know what size the ring is. So to get the ring made took about a year. Anyway, I get the phone call. Listen, the ring's nearly made. Book your holiday. This is years ago, mind. So I booked the holiday. It's all good. Portugal, lovely little coves, fantastic place. Yeah. She don't know this. So if I can't find a romantic place there, I'll find one nowhere. Nailed it. Ring's on its way. Job's a good one. Then our good friends Carl and Louise dropped the bombshell that they just got married, engaged. Which I didn't want to go stealing their thunder because that had taken even longer than we took. So I thought, right, the Portugal holiday is now a decoy holiday. Which went down a peach because she thought, if he doesn't propose me here, he's not going to propose me anywhere. So I got away with that, so I got me back for a little bit longer. But then there's a case of, when are you getting married? So I had to wait to find out for the save the date card. that came through. Luckily, we were off to see my brother in America around that time. So then I started scouring the east coast of America for some beach resort, which would do the job. So that was a nightmare. We tacked on 3 days to that holiday, ended up in Atlantic City. So I was alright. Had the ring, had the venue, hit Atlantic City. She's on the wiser. Shopping and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I was just trying to work out the best beach to do it. Anyway, I have this inspired thing. There's a little helicopter tour going around. So an evening, sunset helicopter tour. I'll have a little spot. I'll see where the best places are. We'll land, we'll go, get engaged. Job's a good one. So get this rickety little helicopter. Bear in mind, obviously, for my job, I'm in helicopters all the time. The rotor's there, the handle's there, it all seems fine. So we jump in the helicopter, we take off, it's amazing. Like Atlantic City is surrounded by water, sun setting, it's absolutely beautiful. This is amazing. I turn on to Beth, think I might pull the trigger now. Put my hand in the pocket, I've got the ring. Turn on to Beth, absolutely hitting bricks.
I'll leave it 5.
So yeah, so we wander down the beach.
Turn the right off, bad.
Battery's flat. There we go. Yeah, so we finally land, she gets her breath back. And once she stopped shaking, we were wandering on the beach and found a nice quiet spot from the helicopter. And I got down on one day and mumbled something that we can't both remember. Luckily she said yes. So literally, this is about 3.5 years in the planning. So I wish it could have been sooner. But here we are here in the end. I'm so glad she said yes, because she's the most fantastic girl I've ever met. And I think you'll all agree, you looked absolutely amazing today.
Yes.
Now, this is something I probably have to get used to, but Beth wants a quick word. If you can manage it.
Right, this will be quick. Oh, Jesus. I don't need a microphone, do I? I just want to say thank you to every single one of you for coming. It means so much to us. I also want to say thank you to Jenny. And we've done nothing traditionally, but going by tradition, I just want to give the mums a little gift to say thank you for being my lovely mum and my mummy number 2. So Jenny, can you just, I'll give that one to Paulie. That's a Paulie. So thank you.
Hair badges.
I know you're all hungry, and I know you're all eager for the best man speech. So just before he sends you all to sleep, I'll now pass you over to Keegan.
Good evening all. I'm not even sure if I need the microphone. Right.
Don't ruin a perfect day.
I'm about to, don't worry. So I think you all know by now I'm Mr. Keegan. I wanted to put this on and just wear it for the rest of the night. First of all, I just wanted to start off by reiterating a few of the things that is it working? Yeah. A few of the things that Adam, Beth just said, and Stephen, you said as well. That was to Jenny, looking absolutely beautiful over there at the end. The couple, looking not too bad. I think a little bit like Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. So we'll see a bit of that later on. And it might be from me. And just, wanted to thank you all as well for all coming. We've been here for a few days now, and I think everybody can say we've all really enjoyed it, and it's fantastic to meet some new people, some people we haven't seen for years, and it really is a pleasure, I think, and on behalf of the top table, I think we'd say that as well to you. Right, I've got a little story to tell you. It was about 6 months ago. I was in the Red Lion in Penaford, which some of you may know or may not. If you ever want to see me after tonight, I'll probably be in there. I spent a few of my years there, and Addy and Beth have joined me up there quite a bit recently, because moving back to Penaford and that, they're with me there quite a bit. Only drinking soft drinks, don't worry, Mrs. Van Waring. So, it's about 6 months ago, and I'm in there, and Mr. Hobbs said, "Oh, okay, can I have a word?" And I went, "All right, yeah, sure, of course." And he took me, and there was one other person with me, and we went round the back, and he asked us both to be his best man. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if all of you know, but Ben Carrigan was also meant to be here being best man, and he's left me in the shit. Sorry, Mrs. Manwaring. And I was never taught by Mrs. Manwaring, so I don't know why. So yeah, so Ben was meant to be here, but you'll find out in a minute why he's not here, and it's a happy story, but you will find out in a minute. So I've actually got a stand-in for Ben. So Mr. Dutton, would you like to? He's yeah. So Ben wanted to say a few words to both of you and to the rest of you, and especially to Carl. So here you go.
Cheers, Keith. Ladies and gentlemen, erect yourselves. Biff, Beth, Boff. You look fit. That's me, that's not Ben. Okay, so this is from Ben to you two, okay. Addy, when I first started sleeping with Beth, I felt guilt. But as the days turned into months and the months into years, I realised that what we had was something pure. Okay, yeah, gibberish. Okay. If you don't know Ben Carrigan, by the way, just imagine a slightly less better-looking version than me. Okay. When Hobbs asked me to be his best man, at first I was over the moon. Firstly, that he was going to marry the woman that he loves. Secondly, that he'd asked me and Keegan to be best men. How he managed to convince Beth that that was a good idea, I will never know. Beth, I love your new car. Not known for my reliability, it will be no surprise to those who know me that I haven't showed up today. And for those who don't know me, I'm the good-looking one. Oh, stolen his joke there. However, on this occasion, I have genuine reason why Danielle and I can't be with you guys to celebrate your special day. Our little girl, Evelyn Bluebell, was born 10 weeks early and is still in hospital. So unfortunately, this means you're missing out on a best man speech with 20 years plus of top embarrassing material. However, I can't go without mentioning some of my top line memories. Such as Carl Fleming getting his first erection in assembly and showing Addy, then asking him, "What's wrong with me?" The time that Addy was reported as dead after being found in a ditch by a woman walking her dog. That was after a bit of a tequila, wasn't it? To go and see the sunset. Yeah, that worked out well, lad. And one particular disastrous first date with a woman that can only be described as so ugly, she used to work in a prison to cure sex offenders. Keeg, did you meet her? You always were a top wingman. Finally, as I've mentioned, I have known Adam for over 20 years. And again, for those who know me, I don't always do the right thing. I've got myself into a lot of scrapes over the years, but Adam and I have never had a cross word. And he has always been there for me. That is how I know he will always be there for Bethan. Adam, in Bethan, you have found a woman of great warmth, humour, kindness and beauty. This is just the start of your amazing journey together, and I hope to share some of your future memories together. Just from me, and I think probably everybody else here, thank you for letting us enjoy your day today. It's been fantastic. And from Ben, if you could all just raise a glass and toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Hobbs.
Right, you're back to me again. Mike, thank you very much for doing that. I actually need that piece of paper. Yeah.
Nothing on it.
Yeah, no, because I didn't write a speech, I'm just going to read this again. It was quite good, actually. I'm quite surprised. For those of you who know Ben, I'm very surprised by this. It's good work. It's good work. But the ending. We're going off again. The ending bit about how beautiful Anne is, and she's not a bad hairdresser, actually, as you can all tell. Adam's a lucky man, and I would have to say, Vice, you're lucky lady. But you've been great friends to me, great friends. I've had some bad times over the last, how old am I? 32 years. They've all been bad. And you two have genuinely been there for me, mainly because they pay for me drinks. But I'm so happy and proud to know you. And when Adam came and asked, I wasn't, to be fair. And this has actually been harder than I thought doing this speech, but I know how much support I've got from these, and it really does mean a lot. So thank you. There's one last little bit. If you want to know the real bad stories, you'll probably find me over there by the bar. Get me a large vodka and Coke, and I'll tell you those stories later. But I think the last thing to do is just, again, could everybody fill their glasses for a second? Are we all full? Come on, Mrs. Van Werden, bloody hell.
Days.
Right, are you all raising them? Yes. Could you all raise them? Right. I'm off, see you later. Stay there, you're not... Keep them there. I'm just wandering over here, so you can just keep your glasses raised. I'm going to find out how long you'll actually do this before you put them down. No, being serious, could we all raise our glasses and toast the new, happy, beautiful couple, Adam and Beth. Now I'm off to get pissed. Thank you, everybody.